Hello and welcome in Time Machine Hologram, and today we're gonna do some horror stories from the game Interactive Horror Stories. Let me start with the doll, but I already covered a few of them, that's why I'm gonna go on quickly with them. We do 3 today and 3 in another video that you have more to watch. Let's have a start with the doll. You are a single mother. Your daughter Lisa is an intelligent girl who doesn't have any friends. You buy her a rag doll. Soon Lisa will claim that the doll can talk, and this is just the beginning of your nightmare. Can the doll really be possessed as Lisa climbs? And if you are a stook, you can see our Facebook post about how couch that obviously you can have a sorry, you have a Facebook website today that you can just have a look, search for it. As a single mother, you know how hard it is to look after a 13-year-old girl. Hard but it's still joyful. Her presence gives you a strength you need. Her name is Lisa. She is a shy girl. She doesn't talk too much. You got divorced 3 years ago because he cheated on you with secretary. Lisa misses her father, but you don't allow her to see him. She adores her father, but you think he is an asshole. Lisa is a special kid. Her teacher once said that she is too intelligent for a girl her age, but you already knew it. Her reactions are unexpectedly mature. She is also hardworking. Expect perfection from her. Her teacher told you that you must take Lisa to a psychiatrist. You will do it soon. She is a lonely girl, maybe because she doesn't talk too much. You think that she needs a friend, so you got her a rag doll to seize her loneliness. You bought the ragdoll from the local store. Not the expensive toy, nothing too fancy. Lisa might still like it. You know that expense doesn't make Lisa happier. The doll is a girl with a big blue eyes and a curly black hair. She has a white grin that you can only call friendly. Her dress is a red matching her shoes. She also have eyebrows. It is a Friday, not a sunny day. The sky is covered with grey clouds. You are driving your car. Lisa sits on the next seat. The seat belts are worn tight. She looks from the window blankly without any expression on her face. You remember that the math exams results were going to be announced today. How the exams? Lisa sighs, says, terrible, I'm the seventh in the class. Not first like the expression exams. I know you will be mad at me. I didn't study enough. She looks at you with a slight surprise. You always called her whenever she wasn't the best one. Now you say it's okay, darling. No, she says, determined voice. They are just idiots. For example, they see the other classes in a school as enemies, as if they were an enemy nation with a different religion. I mean, it is still silly to be enemies because of the race or religion. These morons in my class hate each other just because they are different classes. Oh, that's nice, thank you, she says. There isn't any excitement in her voice. You finally arrive home. The doll is in your bedroom, Lisa. You tell her. She climbs up the stairs slowly. Apparently, she isn't excited about the doll. You follow her to her bedroom. She picks up the doll. That's one on her bed. I will think of a nice name for her, Lisa says, but I have got homework to do first. Play comes after study. So you leave Lisa alone in her bedroom. You have got a lot of work to do anyway. Not only you will cook, but you also need to work on novels cover illustration as a freelance artist. The deadline is close, so you work hard nowadays. It's 10 o'clock, bedtime for Lisa. You will visit Lisa before she sleeps. She's in her pink dotted pajamas. She's holding the doll in her arms. Mom, I am going to tell you something, but you won't believe. After a few seconds of the silence, she speaks. Doll can speak. She told me her name is Anna. Lisa explains. Anna says that she was nothing but a piece of light, a light that's drifting in absolute blackness, a weak light in an infinite darkness. That she found life is in this doll. She was waiting in a toy store for a friend, lonely, and today she found me. She says she loves me. Lisa doesn't show her emotions usually, but this time you can see that she is surprised. Oh, thank you very much, Mom says. You kiss her goodnight and leave her with Anna at the door. Because of all hard work you begin to feel tired and you go to bed. It doesn't take long for you to fall asleep. You hear hysterical laughter coming from the garden. They belong to a girl, specifically Lisa's. You stand up and look outside the window. You see Lisa standing and laughing in the garden under the pale moonlight. She is facing back. You can see her face. Lisa, you shout out, but she can't hear you, or she doesn't care. Either way, she continues laughing, and you have got nothing to do but go near her. You climb down nervously, you wear your shoes, and walk to a garden. Lisa doesn't react to your presence. You approach Lisa and put your hand on her shoulder. She turns her face to you. It's not Lisa's face. It is not even a human face. The texture of the face is grey rag. The eyes are quite big for a human, so it's a wide smile. The voice changes. It doesn't belong to a girl but to a demon. She stares at you and laughs. You woke up. It wasn't a nightmare. You are really sweaty with a terror. Lisa is sleeping peacefully, hugging Anna. Anna is carrying that white smile that annoys you now. But it is normal. It would be terrible if the doll face wasn't different than how you bought it. You are in a kitchen. You take sausages and eggs from the fridge. You need to slice the sausage. You open the drawer to pick up the meat knife. Something wrong. The knife isn't there. You couldn't find the knife inside the garbage bin. You searched for a knife everywhere possible, but it is not in vain. You decided to use another knife to prepare for omelette. After you prepare the omelette, Lisa wakes up and joins you in the kitchen. It's strange, Mom. I have no idea where the knife went. She didn't not speak today, but she kept changing her facial expression. Sometimes she looked so happy, sometimes not. She was throwing their anger in her face. I cannot understand her. This is Saturday, but okay, Mom, I will work hard and be better. Then she looked away. She might be hiding her thoughts. She was not such a vocal girl. The breakfast over. I need to study math, says Lisa, then climbs up her room. You also need to work on a novel cover. You are both busy now. As you work cover, you hear screams from Lisa's room. You rush her to her room. You find Lisa standing and breaking in a panic. Her arms are full of stitches. She did it. Lisa screams, showing her heavy, wounded arms as the blood leaks down to her floor. She jumps and runs away. You look outside. You can see any running doors there. Maybe because she ran away, or it is too dark outside. You crouch and hug Lisa. As she cries, I know how hard it is to believe me now. Thank you for believing me. But please, I want to stay alone. I know that she won't come back. So you let her stay alone in her room. After closing the windows and locking her door, you make sure that no door can trespass. You get into your own bedroom next to Lisa's room, so you can hear her in case you It's 3 a.m. now. It's raining outside, lightning strikes, and a light in your dark bedroom. You haven't slept, you don't care about freelance work, you got all these events make you too stressed to care about the business. Lisa is holding something behind her back, but you can see it. She approaches your bed, climbs, and comes near you. With a sudden move, she stabs the meat knife in your belly. She stabs you once again. You didn't allow me to live my childhood. She keeps stabbing your body with insanity. I hate you, Mom. I hate you. There's the final words you hear as your own daughter repeatedly stabs you and commits the martyrdom. Now we'll do after funeral is slightly shorter. After the Funeral is a modern Gothic horror story that takes place 3 days after your son's burial. You receive messages in your computer those claim to be sent to be by your son Saul. He says that he wants to be with you once again, and then he asks you to do a few things in order to be resurrected. You used to be a father. It has been 3 days since your son Jonathan White was buried in a graveyard of the local church. He was 8 years old. He had the golden hair and the blue eyes just like the beloved man in a Carpenter's song. Close to you, since your wife passed away, giving birth to Jonathan, and since he has been everything, he was your angel, now he is gone. He died on a snowy winter morning. You had gone to a market, leaving him alone at home. When you arrived at home, you found Jonathan lying on a bed. Motionless, his face was covered with a pillow, choked. You clearly remember the solemn moments of the Jonathan's funeral. In fact, you try to forget, but the details are in front of your eyes and they won't go away. The priest had intoned psalms and prayers to you are not so familiar with, why the lifeless body of your son lay in a church. His feet were turned to the east. He was wearing black suit and shiny shoes. His skin was so pale. You wished it was you lying there instead of him. Like the day Jonathan died, it's a snowy day in all of Ohio. There are 3 inches snow outside. It's 2 o'clock now. You are a writer who has been on writer's block since that day. Your favorite word processor is open in a computer. The screen is blank. You haven't written anything for a long time. There are cigarette butts in the ashtray and your black hot coffee in a blue cup on your work table. As you sipping your coffee, doorbell rings. You open the door. Is Bob, your neighbor and a friend. You had drunk beers and had a barbecue with him for several times. Bob is a very nice guy. He is overweight, has a short black hair, has no facial hair. He wears the dark blue jacket and black beanie. Hey, how are you? I wanted to ask you, have you been? Bob believes in your lie. It is good that you are doing better, fam. Everyone knows losing kids is a hard process, but I am sure you will get over it. You are a strong man. I am going to the market right now. Do you need anything? No? Okay, man. See you later. You say goodbye to Bob, then he goes. You close the door and sit back on your work table. You look at the computer and you see something written. You turn off the computer and the monitor screen goes black, then nothing else happens on the screen. You don't find anything to write in your novel, so you don't need to turn on the computer once again. And yes, also does the text disturb you. You don't experience anything supernatural during the rest of the day. At night you take a sleeping pill and fall asleep. You're having a vivid dream. You see a Jonathan in a garden with a green grass and colorful flowers. He runs around with a happiness and angels. There are white-dressed angels around him. Everyone is smiling. You are not part of the dream. Jonathan doesn't see you, but you are still concerned about seeing him happy in the Eden. He was always beloved boy after all. He deserved go to heaven. You wake up to a sound of the door ring bell. You take the look. It's 10 a.m. You wear slippers and you open the door. It's Bob. Hello, I need to show you something. He holds a newspaper in his hand. There is anxiety on his face. You take newspaper. It's Ohio's local newspaper. Another kid was choked to death. Officers are investigating the curious case of a repeated deaths of a kid in the States. Yesterday night, a 6-year-old boy, Kevin Madsen, was found dead in his bed by his parents. His face was covered with his pillow. What makes intensity of the officers is that it's the 7th time a boy died this way this month in Ohio. Recently, 8-year-old boy Jonathan White also died with a pillow on his face. Sheriff Walcott stated that he finds the recent events quite interesting. And we're gonna do today Evil Beneath the Ground, because the other two stories are pretty much the same as the Crystal School, and the second one, I think it's best to do them in the same part and then quite long. You are a Goth university student with no friends. You join a school trip to lake and a forest near. If you decide to wander in the forest at night, you will find bare footprints, those who are coming from black hole with a ladder. Will you descend down? You are a young university student who is identified as a goth. You are a lonely person. People think that you want to be alone, but in fact you couldn't find someone felt affinity. Everyone is so distant from you. Nobody knows listen music you to love like Bohem's, the Mortal Chords, the Sisters of Mercy, etc. You hear about university field trip to a lake and the forest around in the autumn. There would be a picnic. Also, alcohol is permitted. You could bring your own drinks. You join the field trip. Not only maybe you could make some new friends, but you also love nature, especially when it's cold season. But of course, you couldn't make new friends once again. During the 2 hours of the bus travel, you found out that every other student who joined the trip were already friends. They simply ignored you. You also didn't approach. You have mixed feelings about the speaking by the lake. You can feel yourselves as a part of the joyful youth who are enjoying the nature of the trip. After having a picnic barbecue, they played a game with a ball in which they formed a circle and tried to not to let ball touch in the ground. Everyone participated in the game except for you. But you enjoyed the nature trip somehow and said before you loved the nature. You took pictures of the lake with your phone and you didn't plan post the pictures everyone thought. After the sunset, people began to light campfire and drink. People around your age generally prefer a beer, but you don't like it. You feel it overfills your stomach and causes nausea after 2 cans. Instead, you prefer stronger drinks. Today you brought a bottle of red wine and a wine glass. A handsome guy brought his guitar from a booth and began playing around the fire while you have finished second glass of wine. Campfire and the moon illuminate the darkness. There are about 5 hours for the picnic to end. You will be going back to the city with the buses. You approach the group. 2 girls notice you. They open a space for you to sit between them. One of them, blonde otter, has a long black hair. They wear colorful clothes contrasting with your black outfit. Blonde girl says, "We're fine." They neither say anything else nor ask you how are you. You can stay with other students or go near forest. Nothing interesting happens in the rest of the day. You finish a bottle of wine, you can make any friends as usual. When the time comes, you get on a bus and go back to a city. Yes, it's a lame ending, but at least you are still alive and you're still here. And I think next video I'm gonna cover the Crystal School 2 and the Madness in Infinite Loop. If you wanna hear two full stories and more endings of these stories, I cover them up on my channel. I already have 11 on videos of them that you can see more of them. I thought some people like to stories, that it would be nice if someone want to listen to some stories and see other endings, would be nice to do it. I'm gonna do a second video of that with the free author stories, and hope you enjoy and subscribe to my channels and stay positive.